Good morning.
Good morning.
Who have I got, please? This receptionist lady.
No, I'm sorry, this is Sergeant Zeiss. What may I help you with?
Sergeant Zeiss. I don't know if I've spoken with you. The last person I spoke with was Sergeant Maxwell
Oh, okay.
and Officer Morales. This is Tommy Wasserberg calling. You may have heard about it.
Hi, how are you doing, ma'am?
Better and better, thanks. Um,
Good.
Mostly, I don't, my whole life is working real well, except for this concerted effort to destroy it by an organized gang of cyber criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Um, are you familiar with the whole background on this? This has been going on for 5 years. There's over 100 reports.
Yeah, I think I am. And I do apologize, Tommy. We're actually in the middle of a meeting right now.
Uh
So is it
huh.
possible? Can I just take your phone number and we'll give you a call back
Please,
when we're done with our meeting?
I gladly. I'd rather not. What time is your meeting over? Because I really want to get out of here before noon. Well before noon, before it gets too hot.
Oh, yeah, it shouldn't be that long. I would say maybe like an hour at the most.
Okay. And y'all know where it's at is like, you guys got to shit or get off the pot. You need to tell me, like, either, okay, we're going to call the FBI in for assistance on this and there are other victims of cybercrime in this town, or you're going to say why you're not. And I need it in writing because I have to get relief from somewhere.
Okay. No,
Thanks.
I totally understand that, ma'am.
Thanks.
So, let me have your number real quick because it didn't come
Two
across
four
on my
one
caller ID.
241
Uh-huh.
2776.
Okay, Tommy, give us a little bit and we'll give you a call
Oh, no
back, okay?
problem. Thanks so much.
Okay,
Happy
thank
day.
you. Thank
Bye
you too.
bye.
Bye-bye.
And there you have it. Namaste, motherfuckers. I'm not getting tarred wrangled. They are they're handcuffed by jurisdiction, and they're completely unable to investigate. There is no excuse for not being able to trace VoIP numbers used at Google. That shit's like easy if you have the right tools, but they don't. So that's where that's at. PayPal is investigating. If you guys are really that big time a syndicate, you're fucked. If you're just gaslighting me, you're fucked. Okay? Either way, you're fucked. You don't understand that. Um, Labeling me what you label me based on what I admit to and what you've added to it is fucking felonious the way you're doing it. I'm sorry. There is no protection for you under fair use laws or under the First Amendment for what the gang that Addie Clore Jr., also known as Max Power, has assembled. And he's not even the ringleader. The ringleaders are Tom Madeira and Tom Butler, also known probably Kevin Hoffman is one of them, and Bucket is the other one. Which is which? I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure Bucket is Madeira, because I confirmed that Bucketeer was Madeira at the Ranter, but there's argument over whether they're the same person or not even. No, but there's a certain crowd. There's a butcher in Iowa named Steve Vasquez is part of it. The truck driver Nomad, Michael Osborne, some punk. I think he's down in Louisiana or something like that. Named Michael Carter. And then Jimmy Webster, supposedly a former cop who was retired early for a bad racially motivated shooting. Colore's just a dipshit IT guy, right winger. He had a radio program, Addie and Gabe. And Gabe's not a bad dude. Addie's the asshole. Addie's a total asshole. Arrogant and ignorant, with delusions of intellect. These people are all totally gross and projecting their fucking fetishes and their gross fantasies on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about that and totally destroying my credibility and reputation in communities and on the ground. They poisoned They poisoned the local hippies and the local deadheads, and they poisoned the local the community. They poisoned Saga with their fucking bullshit. Yeah, I admit to having gotten into a bed with a minor, but there's mitigating circumstances that most people find like, oh, that isn't so horrible. There was no harm. It was totally consensual, and the girl was old enough and experienced enough to have made an informed decision about inviting me into the bed in the first place. So there's really no discussion among sane people about this. And then to put all this other shit in there is just ridiculous, because most people who know me know that I'm not a particularly sexual creature and have only had intermittent, pretty conventional relationships with women all my life, until after I came out and have had a couple of little things with men. And nothing really, I don't lust after children. I don't lust after dogs. I didn't drive a woman to suicide at YouTube, or any of this other shit. I don't do that. It's just not in my vocabulary, a lot of it. And I'm sick and tired of fucking hearing it. And the cops can't do anything, but they have to shit or get off the pot. And the OPS knows that, because it's been going on for 5 years. The chief just offered his resignation because of a death in custody. So they've barely been able, they haven't barely been able to, they've been really doing a good job of keeping the peace at the demonstrations, because the demonstrators in Tucson are generally peaceful. And when there was a little opportunistic looting and people were pissed and throwing rocks and bottles and shit, but it never got past that. There wasn't much besides dumpsters lit on fire. Nobody burned down any buildings. So with that, I'm in my little bubble. I'm doing, I'm keeping my own self sane. I'm keeping myself as healthy as I can, mentally and physically. I need to clean my environment. I'd hope to spend the weekend and relax and come home and just I need somebody to help me do it. I really can't do it alone, and that's where that's at. So hopefully over the course of the next few days you'll see this come together a little more orderly. This isn't even the worst of it that you can see over my shoulders. I'm having fun. I live in a good town with good people. I have good friends here, in spite of the fact that I've been run out of the circles. There's still free-thinking people that know me and appreciate me for what I am and what I do. I play pretty music and I make pretty things. I have really good taste in stone. For people on a tight budget, this is something I'm real good at, is buying live stone for, that's $20 or less. People fall in love with these stones that are just outside of what they can afford. And I've made my living off of people that want stone for spiritual purpose, or really good artwork, that they can afford. That's what I made. I've made my second career on that after the first one failed. So best I can do is just not illegitimatus non carborundum, but I do need legal intervention at this point. It's just out of hand. I can't keep an account anywhere. Facebook has me blocked more than I can post. They don't even have, I'm able to post, but I can't post in any groups without explanation. And then they don't respond to my complaints. This is on the help thing, is report a problem. I've reported the problem 4 or 5 times and no response. So I have to go to court for that. Medium, no response. They just, fuck you, bye. Quora, same thing. Fuck you, bye. Twitter, fuck you, bye. And, if you look at the reactions that my postings get, they're mostly positive. Most of the feedback I get is positive. I get a lot of angry response, but that's anger at what I posted. Something that people were all pissed off about. They weren't angry at me for posting it. And I get hammered for the dumbest shit, especially when I'm talking about myself and use forbidden terms. That's just too much. That's just, come on, give me a break. I can't call myself a tranny or a dyke with a dick. What kind of shit is that? I'm sorry, you know, and I'm not your typical transgender, you know, transsexual person at all. I'm not, no, I'm kind of, I'm kind of agender in my presentation, mainly because my hair's fucked up. If my hair was nice, I'd be more femi. But I wouldn't behave any differently. I'd just look different. I'd just look more femi. My behavior is credible enough for most people to accept me as a female. Don't give me any shit about having a penis if they notice. Most people don't even notice anymore. You know, because they don't look below my belly button. They start at my face, look down at my tits. Oh, okay, cool. It's good. I like it. You know, my face is feminine enough. It always was. It was too feminine when I was young. So like, you know, namaste, motherfuckers. My life is good, and you're gonna hurt yourselves trying to hurt it. Is what it's going to come down to. Eventually, I'm going to prevail over you because I'm crazy. You're insane. Happy day. Thanks for watching. Bye.